what is up? This is Free's First Time Whiskey Reviews. My name is Free, and today we are checking out the Glen Garioch 12-year-old Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. I'm going to smell it. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to give it a score, and then ultimately I'm going to pair it with a song, which is what I normally do here on my channel, alongside some bottle comparisons from time to time. If that sounds like something you would be into, please consider subscribing or give me a thumbs up. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel real good. Now, before I continue, my last review was of that Glen Garioch 15-year-old, and my whole premise of talking about it was the fact that it was quite affordable, and I really thought this one was as well. Now, if you don't know, I live in Northeast China, where the prices, they do vary. They're not nearly the same as they would be in Europe or North America. And I got this for 200 renminbi. That's $27. $27. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's perfect. It's affordable, and it must be at least comparable in other countries, right? And then I'm watching some reviews, Eric Waite, for example, and if you want to find some more information, some solid information on this bottle, check out his channel. Good shit. Now, in other countries, specifically the United States, this is $70. $70? Good Lord! Oh! Now, I'm used to the prices varying, but not like that. That is the biggest price jump, or just gap in general, that I've seen between here and there ever. So my point initially was like, hey, yeah, another budget banger. Let's go for it, man. This is going to be great. But now I can't exactly say that. It's budget for me, but it's not really a budget for everyone. So sorry. Anyways, moving forward, so like the Glen Garioch that came before this one, I'll put the card for it on whichever corner it pops up in. This was predominantly used for blends, more specifically Grants, Bells, and even Drambuie. It is 48% alcohol by volume. It is non-chill filtered, but it is artificially colored, which, if you've watched my channel at all before, that doesn't really bother me that much. I understand continuity in your product. I totally get it. Would I prefer it to be, naturally colored? Well, of course I would. That's stupid to say that I wouldn't, but the fact that they do add coloring like that, it doesn't really bother me that much. This was matured in sherry and bourbon barrels. And again, that price, I can't believe the difference. Sorry, I'm kind of stuck on that, but I can't even, that sucks. That's craziness. Anyway, sorry, let's go in on the nose. It's like a fruit roll-up with caramel on it. Like a sweet, like almost like an artificial floral vibe, and it also gives me this little bit of a mixed fruit. And I use mixed fruit in quotes when it's not as if you're sniffing a bowl of different varieties of fruits. It's like you're sniffing like not an air freshener, but not a gum or anything like that. Well, maybe gum. Maybe that would work. But it's just, the flavor is just mixed fruit. Does that make sense? Because that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all. Oaky. You are really getting a touch of both barrels. You can smell them. You can identify them. It's actually pretty neat. And honestly, at the end, I'm also getting a bit, and bear with me here, of like a char siu pork. Like a sweet pork. That's nice. That's a good nose. I like it a lot. All right, let's go on the palate, okay? Gambay. It's oaky. It's oily. I mean, the label says a hint of oak, but dude, I'm telling you, that's way more than a hint. Way more than a hint, in my opinion. The mouthfeel is fantastic. It's very viscous, and it's coating, and it's very pleasant to drink. Like black tea with a little bit of honey, like a soft vanilla, like a cinnamon toothpick. Have you had those before? Those like cinnamon oil infused toothpicks. It's like that. So you're getting a bit of that cinnamon vibe, but you're also getting like that woody bit with it. It's nice. I'm gonna go in again. The length, I would say medium long. It's a bit dry. It's a bit more than a bit woody, and it's kind of like it leaves like this layer on your tongue that kind of tastes like you just finished a naturally sweet or sugarless hard candy. You know what I mean? Not totally unpleasant, but definitely not my favorite part of all the experiences. Although I did score them pretty much the same. Speaking of scoring, my scoring system is 5 points for the color, and then 15, 15, 15 for the nose, palate, and finish. For a grand total of 50 for the color. It's a Jurassic Park Amber, but it's artificial, so I gave it a 4 out of 5. But for the nose and the palate and the finish, I gave them all the same score of 12. So that's a grand total of 40 out of 50. Not too bad. And for the song, I chose Burning Down the House, The Talking Heads, 1983. I'm an ordinary guy burning down the house. Very applicable for this whiskey, and I think it pairs well, and it's pretty much a musical equivalent to the song as well. Now, it brings me to the point, and I'm sorry to bring it back up again, but the price. Is this worth $70 in the States? No. I can think of a few better bottles to get for that price point. Not off the top of my head, but would I pay $70 for this in the States? No. Would I pay $27 for this in the States? 100 times? Well, not 100 times, because that wouldn't make sense. But yes, I would. Again and again and again. I would pay. I'm going to buy this again. If this comes back up on my whiskey group, I'm definitely going to buy this again because it's tasty. It's good. As an everyday drinker, it's nothing too challenging, nothing too assuming. It can be a background player. It can be a conversation piece if you want it to be. And all in all, it's just a solid pour, but not for 70 plus bucks, dude. No, sorry. Not in my world. Yeah. Right on. Well, do yourself a favor. If you have this, pour a glass of it, cue that track, and tell me what you think. Does it fit? Would you agree? What song would you place with that, if anything? So that's all I have for this single malt. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.